Alright guys, so we're trying out the BIONIC Avengers in Doom Raid. So here's my Hulkbuster, level 85, um, tier 16, T4 on the passive. I'm gonna make the T4 the ultimate and special as well at some point at least, but I don't have the T4s available right now. Alrighty, so let's get into the raid. We are at difficulty 1 at the moment, and I've heard some news that difficulty 3.3 is a bit easier than 3.2, so we might shift there in the near future. So let's see the team. Here you can see it. And I'm not sure about the team composition, but what I know from the team is that Vision and Deathlock both have at least 2 abilities or effects that give energy to adjacent characters, and Vision, Iron Man, and Hulkbuster each have only 1 ability that gives energy to adjacent. So that sort of logical sense that you have Vision and Deathlock in a position where they have at least 2 characters adjacent. Other than that, I have no idea what way you should be using these characters. Maybe change the spot from Vision and Iron Man, just for the fact that we probably want a bit more energy for Vision. Because Vision is the only character in this team that can deal with debuffs. So makes sort of sense that she gets a bit more energy just to make sure that we don't die for the only, I think, weak spot of this team, which is the debuffs, especially slows. Alright, starting off with the special and getting that offense up. Vision turned me to rewinding everyone and getting rid of some buffs. We're behind a taunt, but it's a good taunt because we can use that ultimate to blind the first row, and it helps a lot. Here's where I make my first mistake, thinking that maybe I just should be saving my energy for the next wave or the next node. And we're still sort of start of the node, so I should have used that ultimate to get the speed up to everyone, because the extra turns that I would have gotten most likely would have compensated for the actual use of that ability. And that was a mistake. And I feel like, much in the same way as Web Warriors, you can quite freely use these guys' abilities because you will be getting a lot of energy back. So alright, ability block on Wong to prevent that taunt. Now I'm actually deep in the tank, thinking about that ultimate and why I didn't use it on the first wave. And I'm just thinking about, okay, we got 8 characters left, so I'm just gonna be using it and hopefully getting energy back before we get to the next node. All right, so now we have the special, and I opted to go for magic if I remember right. Not quite sure, but let's see. Yeah, I think the right call would have been Nico Minoru, because now we are in trouble. It feels like the only weakness for this team is debuffs, and the fact that we only have 1 way to cleanse those debuffs, and it's the ultimate from Vision. So in spots like this where you are facing against characters that can actually slow you down or flip your buffs, it's super important to be careful with those ability blocks and any ways of controlling those enemies if you can. So I made a mistake by not using the Hulkbuster ultimate at the start. I made a mistake by not ability blocking Nico Minoru and killing Doctor Strange, and sort of gave myself an opportunity to actually lose on this wave or in this node, but luckily didn't. I feel like the team is so good that you can afford to make a few mistakes and still get out of these nodes like fine. But yeah, mistakes were made. We learned from them. Luckily, it didn't cost us too much. So there's that. So let's go forward. So we have to heal Iron Man and Vision a bit, and that was mostly because we just did a small mistake there by targeting Magic instead of Nico with the ability block. And actually, if I targeted uh, Doctor Strange, if I remember right, I could have gotten two ability blocks on Doctor Strange and Nico Minoru, and that would have been like the perfect call. If I remember right, I'm not quite sure if they were sort of like the only adjacent characters for each other. All right, so there's Simo cleansing some immunities and some defense ups. That ability block was unfortunate, but I think we can manage through it. I think we have the Vision ultimate ready to be blinding some people in the first row because we really don't like slows. So I like blinding Iceman and also flipping that ability block into, I think, evade. Then we have only basic ready. I just want to get rid of that evade and get some assist attacks from Iron Man. Here's one mistake. No, not this one. That that's sort of like okay, I can do it. It's not good idea. Maybe I could have done only the basic. I wanted to go with the ultimate, hoping to do a bit more damage, and the ability block sort of helps. But here I should have definitely targeted T'Challa to get that ability block for sure on the right characters. There I had actually the possibility to screw that up by targeting Shang-Chi instead of T'Challa, because that one of those ability blocks could have gone to Beast, who was dying already, so that was a mistake. The ultimate is not blockable or dodgeable, so bye bye T'Challa. And we're sort of like getting ready to enter the next or the last node, using the basic to kill Shang-Chi before the ultimate, which is always good. Ultimate here is super good because we can flip all of those buffs and turn meter rewind, and this will help us tremendously. Doing the basic over there and getting that defense down, and hopefully that will uh, help us. And we opted to use the ultimate over there, and that was sort of a mistake as well. I should have saved that for the boss node, but sort of thought that maybe I could get some energy back, and at the same time, I just want to make sure that I didn't die and lose energy or health for the before the node ends. So here we go. Hulkbuster's a bit low on health. We need to heal him up. But onto the boss node. Funny fact, Iron Man had sort of like a halo over his head at the last I don't know what to call it, but that flex pick that they do at the end of the node. Alright, let's go to the boss node. So we have Doom in here. We definitely want to use our ability blocks in here. So what you want to do in the previous node is to make sure that you have either the ability blocks from Vision, Vision, or Deathlock ready. Just to make sure that you can actually ability block that Doom before he goes boom. So I could use my special over here on Doom, but since Doom is about to take his first turn and Doom goes before my Iron Man, I have to use the basic instead. And we have the Vision ability block ready, so I'm hoping to land this even though with the offense down, sorry. But yeah, this cannot be a block, and it's a 2-turn ability block, so this should be enough, and it works perfect. I definitely should be using the ultimate over here. Get some speed ups, even though few of our characters have disrupt, so we didn't get that speed up, but vision with vision and Hulkbuster get it anyway, so that's good. Extending those makes it just a bit more easier. And now we have the defense up and immunity and everything, so on Hulkbuster, so would be a good time to using that taunt. And here it actually goes. But actually when I do this, I think we gotta uh, I don't know what it's retaliation attack maybe from Bishop. And then you get that assist hit from Jubilee, and that cleared my taunt, and they hit my Iron Man below 50% and it got taunt back. But I was sort of like deep in the tank for a second, wondering what the hell happened there. Because we got the 2-turn taunt, we lost the 2-turn taunt, and then we got a new taunt in a matter of seconds, and I was just like, I was really confused on what was happening, but I think that was the case. Yeah, extending those, making sure that that Doom is sort of out of the game for a long time, but you have to remember Doom is a striker, and if you have a vulnerable, that freaking isolate attack from Doom really can kill you out of nowhere. So make sure that you actually kill him, because all of our characters have the vulnerable at the moment, so he could have just killed anyone just with the basic, and that's insane. So yeah, it's ultimate. The Terminator Rewind from Vision and with all the energy that he gets is freaking amazing. Definitely sort of compensates all the slowness of this team. And since this is the last node, we can definitely use all our abilities here. So more offense ups for us, and there's some ability blocks. I went for Kate with the ability block. Should have definitely targeted Ultron in there to get the 2 ability blocks on the right targets. Again, I risked the possibility that one of those ability blocks would have gone to Bishop, and he already had one. So there has been mistakes, but like I said, this team definitely can. Yeah, this team can deal with few mistakes, and they will still do a good work of these nodes. And yeah, it's starting to get to the end of the node. Those won't be doing much because they are so fragile, and basically any AoE just wipes it off the board. So I'm just gonna be just going over there and killing Ultron and killing the bots, and that's about it. All right. So all in all, I feel like the team is great. It's fun to play. It feels like they really need a bit more cleansing, and for that reason, I think you most likely want to bring Viv Vision somewhere in the middle to get more energy from other characters to Viv Vision to hopefully cleanse a bit more. Other than that, I feel like team is super good. Definitely alterable at least at some point when the team is has all the um, stars and gear that you need. And yeah, is it worth investing? Most likely, because rage is the most important game mode at the moment in the game, and the better teams that you have, the less healing and cores you will need. So it's sort of like investing in the future when you invest on your raid teams right now. But all in all, I feel good about this team and don't regret a lot by spending on this team either. And yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. You know the deal. And if you have any questions, any comments, any criticism, anything, please let me know in the comments. And yeah, I know I made a lot of mistakes along the way. I'm still learning the lane, I'm still learning the team. I even picked up few mistakes along the way, and I know to do better in the future. But yeah, if you have any other if you noticed any other mistakes that I made, please let me know in the comments. I'm always happy to learn from those. But all right, hope you enjoyed this. Bye.